Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich with me, Alpha Omega, and Austrian Empire. So the world is at war. World is at a massive war. The Second World War, or the Second Weltkrieg, how it is called in this timeline, has started. And we are so far sitting on the sidelines, and I am kinda okay with that. I probably guess that at this point many of you are giddy for me to join into the fighting. But I noticed that Italians have pulled most of their units away from the border. They are involved in fighting with Germany and Belgium. They are also involved in fighting with the United States of America and other areas. So it's kind of a confusing situation. Who is at war with whom? I wanted to check this to see how the game is working on this. Okay, so there's the Second World War that is fought. Okay, there's okay, so on one side there's the Third Internationale, which is at war with a number of blocks. There's the Entente, which is the Australasian Confederation, Dominion of Canada, French Republic, Portugal, Sardinia, United States of America, Dominion of India, Panama, Union of South Africa, and the Reichspakt. And they're also at war with Bolivia for some reason, which is part of no faction. But I know that Bolivia has been attacked by Peru, and I guess Peru is part... No, wait. No, they were attacked by Chile. Yeah, and Chile is part of the syndicalist commune. So... that's kind of an interesting thing to see. What's the balance of powers? It's way in favor of of everyone else other than the commune. I guess maybe Spain was supposed to join them as well, because this is looking pretty uneven. Wait, that reminds me, is Russia there? Russia is not there. Okay, so that's the thing. Russia is not there because there has to be... Yeah, there's another Russian-German war, which is also in favor... No, which is not in favor of the Reichspakt. That one is in favor of the Third International and the Moscow Accord. Okay, so there's basically like a two-part war. Russia has quite a lot of divisions. Interesting. And the rest, the Colombian-American War, those are also part of the Weltkrieg. Damn, this is a confusing mess. But I guess Germany is the center of it. And you can see who they're at war with. And then you can see who France is at war with. So if we're going to join, we are definitely going to join on the side of Reichspakt. And I think the easiest way how we can do that is by going with the, what was it called, claim and the anew? What would that one be? The Italian Nationalist Association is almost by definition our mortal enemy. Their leaders are madmen, their nationalist rhetoric is dangerous, and their claims on our sovereign lands are unacceptable. We are not as vulnerable as they thought, and we will crush them like the insects they are. So we could declare a war on the Italian Federation. Friendship with Milan. That one is kinda moot, I guess. Italian Federation gets a message of friendship from Austria. I don't think... And what's this one? Unified Italian lands. Austrian Empire declares one on Socialist Republic of Italy. Okay, so we can basically choose any of these for their effects. At this point, as the Italian Federation does not exist, we are basically able to annex Italy without any problems. But there's also the possibility to reclaim Silesia. We could declare a war on the Germans and attack them from the south. Lower Silesia and Upper Silesia, which would be here, right? This is Lower Silesia and this is Upper. So because of this, we could basically destroy the entire Germany. I don't think that they would be able to fight on a third front, having a lot of time, as you know, hard time as it is. But I think that we are not going to attack them. They haven't really done anything to us, and they've been fairly good to us as a neighbor. So it's the Italians that are after us. So that's what we are going for here. Now, in this episode, I'm going to continue just with the preparation for the war. We need to get the anti-tanks introduced. Oh, Canada intervenes in the Weltkrieg, and French exiles intervene in the Weltkrieg. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to say that we are going to continue with boosting our industry. We need to start getting the anti-tanks rolling. We need to, upgrade all of the industrial production that we spoke about. We're working on that fairly effectively, building some more synthetic refineries. So that is looking pretty good. Our army is still in training, so there's no hurry really for us. We'll see how it's gonna go. So Canada intervenes in the Weltkrieg. After the end of the British Revolution, the new syndicalist government in London found itself staring down the old government in exile in Ottawa across the Atlantic for a decade and a half, neither side particularly willing nor able to break the tense peace which followed. Today, the strange status quo has finally collapsed as the Canadian government declared that they shall wait no longer to continue the struggle. Reports of large mobilization and aggressive naval actions, along with rumors of coordination with the Reichspakt, all seems to confirm that Canada has thrown herself and her allies into the Second Weltkrieg. And French exiles intervene in the Weltkrieg. After 2 decades of plotting their homecoming, the French exiles in Algeria have decided to seize the initiative and take advantage of the ongoing Weltkrieg by declaring war against the member countries of the Third Internationale. With the Revolutionary Alliance busy fighting Germany, the forces of the Entente believe they now have a chance to return home and crush the revolution. Well, they're not going there. The revolution that ousted them once and for all. Despite the Entente's rhetoric, whether or not the old imperial powers will be able to even land on their mainland is an open question, and depends in large on their old German foes' luck and generosity. So I was interested in seeing... Actually, I think that this might be a good idea now. You are suppressing, but I don't think there's anything to suppress here anymore. So we might send you into France. Let's send you to Provence. And we're gonna see what their navy is like. They got roughly 80 ships. Let's say it's called 70,000 men. So their fleet is weaker than ours. Hopefully. Our main navy is drilling still because that project with the cruiser is still not finished. In 20 days. We're gonna end this episode probably by getting the new cruiser and the light tank designed. That sounds about right to me. Man, poor Belgium. In one war they are swallowed by Germany, in this one they're gonna get swallowed by France. The Russian Republic declared war on Afghanistan. Yeah, everyone is attacking everyone. And we're here just chilling. Okay, the Alpenjägers, we need more army experience. Damn. I think I already mentioned that we're gonna go with the weapons next, right? Yeah, the rifle trials. Because that's gonna give us 10. We'll need that XP for the tank design, but we'll also need it to actually put those designs in place. Okay, having nearly 10.5 artillery pieces per day is just amazing. Oh, and we can modify our government once and again. So Navy. Navy seems like a good way to go. Deck size, no, that's submarine torpedo, sub-detection, sub-visibility, production cost. I think I mentioned that I wanted to do this, and division attack is quite important. We could get division speed 15%, and it's actually fairly cheap. Cavalry, commando. Okay, let's take it. This is air, right? Yeah. We don't need air. We need military. Wait, let's wait for the theorists. No, they just lower doctrine cost. Okay, so let's start with you. Division attack plus 10% is going to be good for us. Plus we get extra daily experience gain. So we're getting 0.28 per day from just sitting on our butts without even doing anything. I call that a win. Douglas MacArthur resigns presidency. Oh, did they go with the democracy focus? They did! Nice! I was not expecting that. Douglas MacArthur resigns presidency. At the end of the Second American Civil War, the government of Douglas MacArthur, a military junta described by its head as a temporary measure, emerged triumphant. With the end of the crisis, however, came an erosion of support as Democrats and hardliners argued over whether the president ought to step down. Today, these arguments have been decisively settled as Douglas MacArthur has announced his intent to resign the presidency and allow free elections immediately. Already celebrations have been held in major cities across the country as many rejoice at the return of American democracy, though others worry what precedent the general's action might set for the future. That's actually pretty cool. I was expecting, because I know Douglas MacArthur, they got John Nance Gardner, Cactus Jack, political power gain plus 10%, efficiency cap and growth plus 5%. Begin the reconstruction. What is this? Okay, so that one was bypassed. So these two are actually, you choose this one or this one, the other one is bypassed. They were at the Halifax conference. Oh, damn. Representatives of both the Entente and the Reichspakt met in the Canadian city of Halifax this week, hoping to come to a working agreement on cooperation between both sides in their war against the Internationale. While there was initial progress, ultimately the German demand that the French Republic join Mitteleuropa, their economic union, after gaining Paris, was refused and proved to be the breaking point. The French departed Halifax in anger, with the Germans leaving soon afterwards, and the conference declared a disappointing failure. Their war against the syndicalists will continue, but they will do so separately and while still eyeing the other side as a known and potential future enemy. Kinda interesting. Japan is removed from the legation cities. Okay, so the vote went through. Today the Legation Council removed the Empire of Japan from their proceedings and confiscated their former Chinese concessions. High Commissioner Zygmunt Bodenheimer justified these actions to the world in a formal statement several days ago, as these proceedings were still ongoing. The Empire of Japan has proven to be a bad actor in China, he said. They have on numerous occasions showed themselves detrimental to Asian peace. A formal Japanese response has not yet been issued. I'm really interested. Japan is not involved in whatsoever in these conflicts, is it? Nope. So I'm kind of interested if they're going to join the Reichspakt or what are they going to do. I guess not, because they are being ousted. A formal Japanese response has not been issued, but when it comes to it, it will surely be vitriolic, and an attack on the legation cities by Tokyo is not out of the question. Whatever may come, it seems the legation cities have failed in their role as a peacekeeper in the Far East. Actually, I'm interested in seeing the way the legation cities are going to be going, and I think that it might be an interesting playthrough for the future. They got a big focus tree, though. I don't think that they are... No, they got a fairly... No, their factories are non-existent, but they got a fairly big army, considering what kind of provinces they have. Well, what can you say? Yeah, we're losing trucks to attrition, but 6 in the 30 days is not a problem when we are producing nearly 15 per day. Are we getting more factories? Jesus. Further May. Okay, tomorrow. We need to start the production of the anti-tanks. I mean, the rest is okay. We are going like madman. We have unbelievable amounts of light tanks at this point, which we are going to distribute to the infantry. Yep, the cruiser is coming now, so that's gonna be something to keep in mind. Okay, so the advanced cruiser hull has been finished. It gives us an extra 140,000 engine. Oh. I don't know what the SHP stands for. The HP is horsepower, but ship horsepower engine? Not sure. Now, we mentioned that we wanted to take these two. So you could go with this machine guns immediately to get that. And this one we're going to use the bonus for. Wait, I didn't read the description. Was there something interesting there? Thanks to the increased available funding, the new cruisers built at the end of the interwar period and the beginning of the Second Weltkrieg again slightly increased in size, while the primary armaments caliber remained unchanged once more, with few exceptions. Their firepower was increased further by adding an extra turret or raising the number of guns in each turret. Secondary armaments were upgraded with further twin-dual purpose gun and even more dedicated anti-aircraft armament, often linked with improved fire control. This generation also see the growing adoption of radar system on cruisers. Okay, well, one thing that we have been ignoring is the computing machine, though, and the improved fire control system. Yeah, this is something that we really need. Okay, what are we getting next? So if you two worked on the infantry tech, you could work for now on the fire control system, and then we will start the research to the research, basically. So let's check what the cruiser is going to be like. We can design it immediately, and that's not a problem. Okay, so you're not getting this one, you're getting the better engine. Medium battery, cruiser batteries. Wait, let's do the secondary batteries, the cruiser armor first. That is pretty decent. And we have only the regular fire control, which unfortunately has to be there, right? Anti-air, cruiser battery, cruiser battery, cruiser battery, cruiser battery. Wow, we could make just an insane thing here. Yeah, this is pretty much a battleship at this point. Okay, if we went a bit more reasonable here and give it to escort cruiser batteries, it would drop by nearly 2000 HP would drop, but it would have more light attack. Yeah, I think this is better. This is better. Okay, I think this is actually better, much better. They call these class. Yeah, so let's keep it like that. So we are going to make the Italians sieve, and we are going to call this one Trentino class. It's gonna cost 53 XP to create, but unfortunately that's how it's gonna be, and we'll have to upgrade it once we get to the point where we get the fire control, at which point we are going to produce them. Wait, how are you going? Yeah, I'm gonna get 2 extra dockyards, won't you? Yeah, 2 extra dockyards. So we're gonna build probably 2 more destroyers. I mean, other than these ones gonna be finished, and then 2 more, at which point we can do something else. Modify officer core. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We want that XP for the tank. For the tank. All for the tank in 5 days. So how many artillery pieces do you need to upgrade? Still 2,700? No, only 1,700. Okay. The Empire of Japan declared war on German East Asia. So here's my answer to the question, how is Japan going to intervene? So what is Japan fighting? Okay, just Germany and their southern provinces. Okay. The Eastern Seas War. Over the last century, Asia has become a continent largely dominated by Western powers. And though those exact powers have changed from London to Paris to Berlin, that fact has remained unchanged, much to the ire of Tokyo. Now, though, the status quo threatens to shatter as the Empire of Japan and the German Empire go to war. Despite hopes for peace, many have seen this turn of events as inevitable. Japanese plans for an Asia centered around itself were always incompatible with German domination in the region, and with the West engulfed in crisis, Tokyo's leaders doubted whether another chance to realize these ambitions may appear. Whichever side fortune may favor, one thing is for certain: Asia's future hang in the balance. Can the Germans hold out this time? Well, we'll see. They're holding pretty well for now, so we don't need to intervene at all. Haiti took one state, the Dominion Republic. Wow, there was a war at Haiti? Really? That's interesting. So are you at war with anyone? No, so that was just a Haitian civil war. Nice, they got a huge focus tree. Much love for Haiti. The Second Sino-Japanese War. Tensions had long been rising between China and Japan, the latter supporting the rival Weltkrieg in Manchuria as a way to defend their interest in this region. Although Tokyo has made it clear that they would not allow any Chinese encroachment on their sphere of influence in Manchuria, the Qing government, the Qing government was undeterred, denouncing Japanese imperialism and promising they would not bow to foreign demands. So when the Qing government and the Fengtian government finally clashed, Japan joined the conflict on the latter side. Eisin Gyoro Pudong has denounced Zhang Zuolin as a traitor to the entire nation and the Japanese lapdog for his actions. The two ancient civilizations have found themselves at war once again. Japan seems like an amazing nation to play in this mod. Their industry is in ruins, quite honestly, compared to some other mods that I've seen, but they would be really interesting. Okay, so we get two factories now working on the anti-tanks. We are producing 3 per week right now, but this number is going to more than quadruple. So we are going to get to something like nearly 2 per day. And that's just with 2 factories. So Haiti has joined the Reichspakt. Okay. I'll take it. My god, look at those naval combats happening. I wish we could see that. I wish we could see that. Our navy, though, is still drilling, doing what they do the best, and that is staying out of trouble. Okay, Adriatic ports have been built up. With new industry in place, it's time to increase our shipbuilding capacities and our capability to facilitate trade vital to our industries. These brand new shipyards will support our navy and merchant marine, ensuring our primary in the Adriatic over any potential Italian usurpers. That is what I wanted to see. Now, these are also good, but would require quite a lot of investment, and we're not ready for that right now. Let's go with the rifle trials as we planned. Now, both of you now have the extra shipyard run. Yep. I'm just gonna... No, you don't. Why don't you? Huh. Advanced light tank chassis. A small and compact chassis ideal for cheap and light vehicle for duties such as reconnaissance and fire support. Its limited load capacity makes it unsuited for carrying heavy armor or large guns. Yeah, we kinda figured. And that's the end of the light tanks, actually. Kinda fun to see that. Okay, well... we wanted you to go with the Gewehr. Okay, let's go with that one. And the next one is going to get the bonus from the land trials. So now let's design, as an end to this episode, our new light tank and be done with it. So we don't need you, you're outdated basically already. And we're going to look at the advanced light tank chassis. So what we had before, we had a 2-man turret. We're going to fix that to a 3-man turret this time, because that is better. I was thinking about the superstructure though, because that would give it the ability to get something like a medium cannon, but the breakthrough would be completely screwed because Yeah, the white fixed superstructure. That's basically a tank destroyer at that point, and we don't want that. We want something that's gonna support our units. Oh, we could get a high velocity cannon or an improved small cannon. So wait, you had what? Defense 12.9, breakthrough 24. Soft attack and hard attack was 15. So this would be an improvement on that. So let's go with an overall. This is an overall support tank. So let's not go crazy here. We gave you the radio special modules. What did we have here? I have to check. We had the wet ammunition storage, smoke launchers, and extra ammunition storage. Okay, so let's put the extra ammunition storage there. And the smoke launcher. Because that is, but I don't know if we will need the wet ammunition storage considering how high our, is that the free man rate? Yeah, and this is the radio. Considering how high our reliability is at this point. So breakthrough, we want to put armor at max. And the engine as well. No, the engine... I don't know, we could put the engine at max as well, but I don't think that's necessary. At this point, I mean, we want the cast armor, don't we? Yeah, we want that one. So reliability is now 63. I think we're gonna go with... We can make them slightly faster than they were before. Yeah, that was a question that I actually had, and that was how fast are the mechanized max speed 8? Because if we completely mechanize our units, we will need to increase the speed of the tanks to keep with them. 8.3. So we would go like this. 8.3. Reliability is awful, but they are fast and heavy. Wait, what? Oh, that would lower the speed if we put the diesel engine there. So instead, what if we put a different suspension? So wait, if we put Christie suspension, that will make it faster, meaning we can lower this. That would be 72% reliability. And if we put the tracked suspension there, that would be the torsion bar. No, this is better. This is a higher, so torsion bar is gonna be the thing. Okay, now I guess we still need the wet ammunition storage then, because the reliability is not that much better. So how much better would this tank be than the one that we have? How much better would it be? So you have soft attack and hard attack of 15, we would have 17.2. Piercing was 50, we got 50 still. Armor was... Armor was 22.5. This one has 53.8. So that's a huge... That's more than double. Breakthrough was 24. This one has nearly 60. Defense was 12.5. This one has 12.5. And production cost is higher by about 50%. But I'm okay with that. Reliability of our tank now is slightly smaller though, 84%. But it's faster. It's faster and has a way more punch. So I think we're gonna go with this. We have the... What are they called? Mechanics. They give what? 10%? No, 5%. And you're gonna give additional 5%, so that's 10 extra. Yeah, I don't... like this. Yeah, we could go a bit chill on the armor and everything and have the reliability back in the 90s. The armor would drop by just a bit, and it's gonna drop the production cost as well, and it's gonna be a bit more reliable. So, okay, so this is gonna be our tank of the new generation. We can still, you know, improve on them later on. So why are you making this SPPZ M42? No, this is gonna be KPZ M40 light tank, and we don't have enough XP. Okay, well then never mind. We'll have to wait. But at least we now know what we want. Okay, so this is going to be the new design that we're gonna get, and I'm gonna let the game still produce the old one, and then we're gonna fix this. So I think actually we're gonna get this in those 45 days. 48. 0.28. Yeah, we're gonna design it once we get the new one. Then, damn it, then, damn it. But okay, that was fun. I'm gonna save this design and make it happen after we are done. Actually, I could maybe save it like this and then just change it down the line so that we know what we wanted. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So 16.50 on for the 8. Yeah, okay, let's save it. And we're gonna fix it later on. Cool. So thank you very much for joining me. Now I'll see you in the next episode.